Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Miss Coffee here. And today we're back with a whip and chat. Whip stands for work in progress. So get out whatever it is you're working on. Work along with me as I tell you some stories and stuff from the coffee house shenanigans. Technically, I'm going to tell you a couple of things and then I'm going to work on a tag that I found. Since this is a holiday premiere, I would like to talk more about Christmas and not so much about the family. We can talk about the family another time. Like, they're not going anywhere. So I hope you're all doing well. Are you ready for the holidays? I am ready for the holidays. We finished all of our Christmas shopping, thank goodness. It was a whole thing. So we've been like really busy doing like holiday things with the family. So like, there's this new event at our local park where you pay $40 to go play bingo and you have to go find the elf on the shelf. They have a giant inflatable elf on the shelf and you drive around the park to go find this elf on the shelf. And it's a really cool thing that they did to not only help bring funds into the park, but to make it a little bit more interactive. Because usually you just go to the park, drive around, look at the lights. Well, this year they made it where you actually get to interact because you have to find this little elf on the shelf that they've hidden at the park. And it's a giant inflatable, so you really can't miss it. And then we found out the other day that there's an ice skating rink here in our town. And I didn't realize we had an ice skating rink. And Maggie, her class went to the ice skating rink yesterday. And luckily enough, and the teacher was nice enough, that I was able to bring Orion with me. So I got to take the kids ice skating while also helping to watch the other members of the class as, you know, they all went ice skating yesterday. And so, like, that was a lot of fun for them. Family-wise, like, we've been watching holiday movies. Look, listen, typically we don't watch TV. And so the holidays are the only time you can get us to sit down and actually watch something. And Maggie has had us watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer more times than I can count. And I'm over Rudolph right now. I'm totally over Rudolph. I don't want to see Rudolph anymore. Please, God, anything but that. Between Rudolph and Mariah Carey, I don't know what's worse right now. And, like, I felt really bad because we were at Walmart the other day. And we're just picking up some, like, last-minute things from Walmart. And I swear to you guys, we were in there maybe 2 hours. And in that 2-hour time, I had heard that Mariah Carey, like, All I Want for Christmas song at least 4 or 5 times. If you know a retail worker, give them a hug immediately because they need it. They need a hug because if they're stuck in there listening to those holiday songs all day, good God. Good God. Because that is a lot. That is a lot. And I hope they can keep their sanity after the holiday season. The holidays can sometimes bring out the worst in people. So, like, I always feel bad because I know what it's like to work in retail, especially over the holiday season. You're stuck in there. You have people that are upset because they're trying to make sure their holiday is perfect. And if it's not, they need someone to blame as to why it isn't. And a lot of the times that gets taken out on retail workers, which isn't right, but it is something that happens. So if you know a retail worker, let them know that you appreciate and love them. Give them a hug, some candy, something. Like, help them restore their sanity. If you've gone through a holiday season in retail and you do it again more than once, you deserve a vacation. You deserve a vacation. So yeah, so we've been just getting ready here at the coffee house for the holidays. And so I'm going to do kind of like a mixture of a tag and, like, of course, some stories from the coffee house as they, you know, whatever. Because the first question on the tag is, what's your favorite / least favorite Christmas song? Look, listen, feel free to answer these along with me because I'm going to go off onto tangents while I answer these questions like I normally would. My least favorite song, of course, is the Mariah Carey All I Want for Christmas song. It's my least favorite. Why? Because they play it to death, okay? They play it to death. It can never just be they play it once and then you might hear it one other time during the holiday season. I have heard that Mariah Carey Christmas song at least over a dozen times in the last 2 days, okay? And that's because I've had to go to the store to buy stuff, or I'm sitting in the car going somewhere and they won't stop playing it. They won't stop playing it. Like, she's at the radio station going, let's play it one more time in case they forgot what I sound like. Man, we know exactly what you sound like. Please stop playing this song on the radio so much. Oh my goodness. There are other Christmas songs. Like my favorite song. My favorite Christmas song is Santa Baby. I love that song. It's always been a favorite of mine. And Maggie is our Christmas, our holiday, if you will, our holiday spirit person, because Maggie is all about the holidays. She loves the holidays and all Christmas music. She will sit in the car and sing her little heart out to every Christmas song that comes on when we pick them up from school. And so, yeah, this holiday season, though, is a little bit different because Mr. Coffee's been off a lot more this holiday season because since Maggie doesn't have her doctor's appointments anymore, Maggie, it was the reason why Mr. Coffee would use up his PTO at work. Well, this year, because Maggie has been officially cleared of her epilepsy, let's go. Because she's been officially cleared of her epilepsy, Mr. Coffee hasn't used up all of his PTO. And his boss was like, well, I don't want you to lose it, so you're going to need to use it. And he's like, what am I supposed to do? Now, Mr. Coffee is a workaholic. So when he's not at work, he's thinking about work or calling work or work's calling him. So he's like, what am I supposed to do? And they're like, go home, relax. I don't know, whatever it is you do at home. So Mr. Coffee has been, for a minute there, I thought I put the down arrow on the 8. Yeah, again, holiday brain. I don't know. I don't like the hustle and bustle of the holidays. So during the holiday season, I'm usually a stalker because I'm standing at the window with my nose pressed up against it, waiting for the mailman to show up. I don't like having to stalk the mailman for packages. So like, and then I really just wish that the holidays would come and go as quickly as the year did to get to the holiday season. So I'm just ready for it to be over. So the one of the questions is, who is the jolliest person during the holidays? And it says coworker, but my coworkers are my family because I work from home. And so the jolliest of my coworkers would definitely be Maggie. Maggie is all about watching all of the holiday classics. She's about watching all the holiday movies, listening to all the holiday songs. She wants to play holiday games and bake cookies and muffins and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like the rest of the house is just kind of dragging along, and Maggie's just living her best life. She's just out here like, it's the holiday season. Mommy, can we get this for Christmas? And I'm like, please, God, no. Please. Mommy's so tired of the holidays. Can we just be done with the holidays? Maggie has me worn out, y'all. I'm telling you what, I swear every day she gets more and more powerful with how much energy she gets. And I'm exhausted just thinking about it. So she would definitely be the happiest of the kids. How would you spend a snowy day inside? Snowy days inside are usually our game days. So if it does happen to snow, typically we've learned not to buy the kids Christmas items that, you know, you would have to buy for like them to go outside. Like they wouldn't get a bike for Christmas. They would get a bike for like their birthdays, even though both of their birthdays are in the winter. The only one's birthday who's not in the winter is Minna, because her birthday is in July. But Maggie and Orion, Maggie's is kind of in the beginning of winter, so she's still okay. We're still in that summer, like midsummer weather, so it's not super cold to the point where she shouldn't be riding a bike, but it's chilly enough where she probably shouldn't be out there too long. Because we don't usually get our first snow here until October, so she's usually pretty good if we do get her a bike for her birthday, which I think we got her a bike for her birthday a few years ago. She just recently got another bike. Was it for her birthday this year? I think it was for her birthday this year. She got another bike for her birthday. She rode it twice, and then it got too cold for her to ride it, so she hasn't rode the bike since like 2 days after her birthday, which kind of sad, but it is what it is, I guess. But usually we spend those times like that's when we're stuck in the house together and we're just kind of doing our own thing, or we'll watch a movie, like a holiday movie. One of my favorite holiday movies is, of course, A Christmas Story. Look, listen, it's a holiday classic, okay? And I make my family watch it every year. And where I don't typically like or watch TV, that's one thing I will sit down long enough to watch. And it's funny because Mr. Coffee hates it. Mr. Coffee does not like that holiday movie. He's not a holiday person. He is definitely not a holiday person. I don't think he has a favorite holiday movie. But he will play nice, and he will watch the Christmas movie with everybody. Half the time, we'll go to put on a movie, and then by the time the movie is over, everybody is asleep. Everybody just passes out. So, like, we try to do, like, things like that for the holidays on snowy days or whatnot, and it just turns out to be, like, the whole family just going to sleep. The next one of the questions is also, what's one thing about winter that you remember growing up? I remember going sledding. Like, what is the most ghetto thing you've ever gone sledding on? Like, I remember going sledding on trash can lids, okay? So, when I was a kid, one of the times we moved to Topeka, Kansas. And in Topeka, Kansas, we had this big, beautiful house, and it sat on a hill. And I remember taking and getting the trash can lid because my parents, I guess, I don't know why they wouldn't buy us a sled. But they didn't buy us a sled, and we wanted to go sledding, and it was better than sledding on your butt because then your butt would get all dirty. So we would get the trash can lid and rip it off, and then go sledding with the trash can lid. That's what I remember. Now, there's no hills in North Dakota, okay? There's no trees, there's no hills. So it's not like they can go sledding down a hill. That's not a thing that can happen. So for them, they would have to pull each other around or wait until they build a mound of snow that they've plowed from off the street to go sledding on. But typically, it's just for the kids nowadays, they just got to build a snowman because we don't live in a hilly place. But I remember like sledding on like trash can lids, and like you would find like a piece of plastic or a piece of cardboard, and you would try to sled with it because if you didn't have a sled, you would have to find something to sled on. So you just find any and everything you could. So I think the most ghetto thing I've ever used to go sledding with was a trash can lid. And don't judge me, okay? Don't act like some of y'all weren't also out there on trash can lids, okay? You get like a piece of cardboard and some saran wrap on the bottom of it. Look, you can leave your house and be in the next state by morning, okay? So like that has to be like the most gangsta thing, the most ghetto thing, I should say, that we've ever made in the snow that's one of the most memorable times for me is like trying to craft up your own sled because you didn't have a sled. My favorite holiday tradition, that's this weird thing, is we don't have any holiday traditions. We're not a traditional type family, where we will watch like holiday movies and stuff. We don't have like any particular traditions. I kind of feel like I should have a tradition with my kids, but growing up, I don't think we had a tradition. I think the only tradition we had was that my parents would wake us up on Christmas Day to open up gifts. We don't do that. We very much are about our sleep. We will let the kids sleep in. I will get up. Typically, I end up getting up before everybody else anyways. I will make breakfast. Mr. Coffee will get the pet chores done, and Orion will help him. Maggie will also help by feeding and watering the dogs. We'll open up gifts around like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Everybody kind of disperses to play with their new stuff. By 3 or 4 o'clock, everybody's passed out again. Because they're so tired. Because when you live like we do, we live far away from my family. So my family lives in Alabama or in South Carolina. So like my parents are in Alabama, my sisters and brothers are in South Carolina. And everybody, when you're far away, everybody has to call. Everybody has to, it is not just calling. They have to FaceTime because they have to see your face. It's the one time a year where they have to see your actual face. They have to see your face, and you have to talk to them and pretend like everything's great. And so you're exhausted by the end of the day. So like by the time it's time for dinner, nobody wants to do anything. You hurry up and cook, and then you eat dinner, and then everybody again disperses. The kids play with their stuff. Me and my husband will sit on the couch and talk about like, was this a successful Christmas or not? And then we just kind of go on like we didn't just have Christmas. It's funny too, because you spend how long preparing for Christmas, making sure everything's perfect, making sure you have your food, making sure everybody has their gifts, making sure that everything arrives on time, making sure that you hide the gifts from the kids and you do all the little traditions you do have for Christmas to last about 20 minutes and it's over. And you're like, I spent a whole month preparing for 20 minutes. And I'm just over it. Like, I feel like Christmas is so overrated sometimes. Like, the amount of effort that I put into this, I'm not getting what I feel I should be getting from this holiday right now. So, like, all right, my next letter is Y, which is 36. Which, if I didn't say already, I'm working on JoJo's Arts Remember. It's an 81.3 by 55.8. It is a round. I'm about halfway done with it, which is why it's kind of rolled up over on this side. The tray I'm using is the Alchemist from Dynamite Diamond Shop. And so is the pen. This one comes from Diamond Pen Pal because it's flat on one side. And then this pen here is from Dynamite Diamond Shop. And then the thing that's holding my drills is from Tori's Diamond Painting Shop over on Etsy. So, yeah, I just wanted to make sure I say that before, because I know somebody will be wondering about my supplies. So, yeah, so, like, to spend all this time getting ready for the holidays, for it to last however long, and then you get the what do we call it? The Universal, there it is, the Universal after Christmas cleanup by Dad, because every dad walks around the house on Christmas Day with a trash bag, gathering up all the ripped up wrapping paper, mad because they spent all that time wrapping it for it to take 30 seconds for you to rip into it, get your gift, and peace out. And I swear it's a universal thing, like a universal thing for your spouse, or your, like, if you live, like, when you were younger, that your dad would have, like, the trash bag, or your mom would have the trash bag, and they just walk around picking up all the ripped up paper. Or you would be smart and, like, have them put it in the bag as they were opening it, like, after they opened their gifts, so you didn't have to clean up later. So, like, those are some memorable times, because I remember my dad being like that. Like, he would get upset because he spent all that time wrapping gifts for it to take you 5 seconds to rip into them to get your gift out, and then to peace out. You're just like, all right, I'm good. Bye. Describe a present you wanted badly as a kid but never received. Oh, boy. I don't think I had one. For the longest time when I was growing up, I thought my parents were rich, because anytime we wanted something for Christmas, we pretty much got it. I don't think there was ever a time where I wanted something really bad that my parents didn't get. I wasn't a very needy kid. I was pretty much like I am now. I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to buying me gifts. I don't think I'm a hard person to shop for. I love a couple of things. I love comfy clothes, and I love stuffed animals. And so, like, typically my parents would just buy me, like, some kind of baby doll, a stuffed animal, and clothes, and I'd be happy as pie. So I never really had to worry about, like, if there was anything I've ever really truly wanted. And for my kids, they don't typically ask for a whole lot. But why is it that they wait until the last minute to ask for these things, though? Like, why is it that they wait until after you've already completed some of your shopping and you think you're about done, that they decide to bring you a 17,000 page paper on what they would like for Christmas, even though you've asked them for the last 3 months to make you a list? They wait until December 23rd to go, here's my Christmas list. No, I think not. So, like, I try to get them at least 2 things off their want list. Especially for Orion, because it's hard for Orion, because Orion's birthday comes up right after Christmas. So Orion's birthday is February 11th, and where it's not directly after Christmas and I have like a month, if I get him everything off his Christmas list, it makes it harder to get him something for his birthday, because then he'll pull the I don't know card again. And last year he did that to me. He pulled the I don't know card for his birthday, and then on his birthday told me what he wanted as I was driving him home from school. And I'm like, I hate it here. Why are you like this? Let's see, what number did I just have? Did I have this one? Was it this one? 20? Yep. I see a V that I forgot. Your nails also double as a scooping spoon for your drills. There we go. The most memorable present I've ever received. Oh boy. Betsy Wetsy. Betsy Wetsy. Which is funny because I had a subscriber recently find one of the Betsy Wetsies and it freaked out my kids. Like, my kids were completely freaked out. I was freaked out by it. I didn't know what the hell it was or why they sent it. And then when I messaged them and asked them what was up with the baby doll, they were like, it's a Betsy Wetsy. I didn't even recognize it. If you go back to when you were, like, if you go, like, online and look at some of the stuff that you asked for as a kid versus what they have now, it looks so creepy compared to the toys that they have now. And so when I saw it, I freaked out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I freaked out. I was like, what the, why would they send this to my house? So yeah. The plus universal gift that you can get anyone last minute, gift card. Hello, get them a gift card. Let them get what they want to get. And that's what I usually tell, like, my parents when it comes to, like, buying me or Mr. Coffee something. Get us a gift card. Get Mr. Coffee a gift card to PlayStation because that's what he plays mostly. You can get me a gift card to Walmart because I'll probably end up either buying groceries with it or something because I don't like buying stuff for myself. I don't know why that is, but no, I don't need anything. So I don't like buying stuff for myself. But gift cards are universal. So, like, if you always have that one last person you got to shop for, gift cards, believe me, they'll thank you. Because at least they'll be able to get something they want instead of something you give them and then they give to somebody else because they're like, why in the world did they buy this for me? So, next one is, if you could travel anywhere for the holidays, where would you go? To a warm climate. A warm, like the Bahamas. Or somewhere where there's no snow or cold. I'm leaning more towards wanting to take a vacation because it's something that I've never done before. And I want to start getting out of my comfort zone of how I've been my entire life and branching out a little bit where I don't want to do this all the time. Every once in a while is nice. I don't want to put myself into financial ruins trying to do it. But I would like to take a vacation one of these years, like during the holidays, where we go to like a warmer climate. Because it's so cold here. And by warmer climate, that doesn't mean like go down south to go visit my family either. Like, no. Like, I meant like the Bahamas or Bora Bora or something like that. Like, I want to go to a nice warm climate for the holidays. I've often wondered, because I know I have some folks from Australia, and they always talk about how it's summer for them in the winter and for Christmas, which makes more sense because then if you do buy outdoor toys, your child could actually play with them. But I want to experience a warm Christmas. Like, what is a warm Christmas? And it does get cold in the South, so like I wouldn't want to go to the South. I want to experience a warm Christmas. So yeah. If someone offered you a gift card to any store, which one would you want it to choose? If a store? Oh boy. And again, feel free to answer these questions with me. If somebody offered me a gift card to a store, which one would I ask for? I know a lot of y'all are going to say Diamond Art Club, but I'm not going to say Diamond Art Club. I'm not going to say Diamond Art Club. If you had your choice of any store, not like craft-wise, just any store. Plus, Diamond Art Club technically isn't. Well, I guess they have an online store. A store. Oh boy. I don't even know. That's hard because I don't shop for myself. So, like, I can't say that I would know of a store. Maybe JCPenney's because I do like their clothes. Or, I don't know. JCPenney's is really the only place I can think of because it's like the only place that we have here. Ooh, it's cold. So, like, I would probably say JCPenney's. It's It's one of the few stores that we have here that I actually like, I should say. There is another store here that sells clothes, but I don't like their clothes. So next one, name one thing you're excited about in the upcoming year. Ooh, something you're excited about in the upcoming year. Oh boy. Watching my daughter graduate. That is something that is both bittersweet because the kids are getting older, and we haven't seen Minna a whole lot. It's been 3 years since I've seen my daughter, and so I can't wait to go visit and watch her graduate high school and see what her next endeavor is in life. But I'm excited to watch her graduate because I never thought that I would have kids, one, because growing up I never wanted kids, and now that I'm a parent, I'm like, I love watching them grow and change into like these tiny little humans that turn into somewhat adults. So like, I think the one thing I'm most excited for next year is watching her graduate high school. Because then I slowly every day I understand how my dad feels watching like his kids grow up. Like my sister just passed her exam to be a nursing, what did she say? It's a surgical trauma nurse. And like, I'm doing pretty well on social media. My brother has his music that's going pretty well. And so to watch your kids grow up and thrive and be out here surviving, it's got to be a good feeling. So I would say that, because that just is something that I never thought that I would see as an adult, is my child actually graduating high school. Like, it's so weird because I still see this little girl who loved Dora the Explorer and would always be like up under my legs. And now she's graduating high school and she's like this whole, like, she's a whole mood. She's a whole mood. And she reminds me of me when I was her age. And I love it so much. Does her dad love it? Not so much. But I love it because she reminds me so much of myself. So that's one of the things that I am looking forward to for next year, is watching her graduate. Would you make a good mall Santa? No. No. Don't mind Daisy. She's barking at the delivery man. I would not make a good mall Santa, because having to sit and listen to little kids all day tell me what they want for Christmas and watching them misbehave in my line but act cute in my face, I'd be like, do you even deserve something for Christmas, kid? Get out of here. Like, I would not make a good, I'd make a great bad Santa, but I'm not a good Santa. What's your favorite character from a Christmas themed movie, book / Ralphie? Ralphie from A Christmas Story, because he was every child. He wanted one toy, and he really was passionate about wanting this one toy, and then he finally gets it, and then he recognizes what everybody was trying to tell him, and it just, something about that character I just love so much. So I would say Ralphie from A Christmas Story. That, and like the pink onesie, because you always have that one relative that buys the most off the wall thing for you for Christmas, and you try to be appreciative of the fact that they bought it, but you're also like, what were you thinking when you bought this? And so like that part in the movie where he's wearing the pink bunny suit. Yeah, no. So yeah, like Ralphie is definitely, and again, that's my favorite like Christmas movie, so it would definitely have to be Ralphie. Look at that, we finished another section. Technically, this is 2 sections that I opened up and finished for today. I had to warm up to this because it's been a hot minute since I've done a whip and chat. Life has been a little bit chaotic, and so like trying to manage that and 2 platforms, it's just been a lot lately. So I'm a little rusty, so just take it easy on me. So we're gonna lift this up here. So I can lay down some release papers. Open up another couple of sections. I only have about a quarter of this left to do. And so like this kit went by super, super quick. So I'm super excited to get it done, to see what it looks like when it's done. My dad is already trying to lay claims to it. And I'm like, sir, please no. No, please. I'm not giving this one away. I'm not doing it. And we're actually going to start here in the center. Now, technically, I wouldn't... Well, actually, no. We can start on this side since the camera's already over here. We'll just move this over this way like this. Bam. Got it. We're good. We're golden. We're just going to work on that section in the front of the tiger or the lion's face. Because the camera's already right there. It just makes it easier. So, next up, we're going to do Y. There it is. So yeah, would you rather watch a Christmas romance, a classic animated special, or a holiday-themed movie, horror movie? Ooh, I don't know though, because those holiday horror movies hit different. They hit different. So, ooh, I would definitely not want to watch a romance, because that just that just has Hallmark all over it, and those cheesy romances just they don't do it for me. So I don't really like those. It'd be definitely between the horror and the animated, which is weird because two way off the spectrum like themes. But I do like me a good Christmas horror movie. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. So probably one of those. What is the most memorable thing that's happened to you since last Christmas? I would have to say probably making partner on Twitch. It's a recognition thing. It's them recognizing that you have built and worked hard to build a community. And it's their way of like kind of giving you a pat on the back. So, like, they don't have stuff like that on YouTube. So, it would definitely be making partner over on Twitch. Was the most memorable thing that has happened to me this year. And I'm extremely grateful for it because that platform has done wonders for my mental health. And I can't tell you guys how much I love and appreciate, you know, you guys' support over there. So, thank you to all who support the Twitch. I really, really appreciate it. Where I love my YouTube and I will never forget my roots. Twitch right now just has been like, it's been like therapy for me being over there. So like the fact that I can make some kind of an impact over there makes me feel really good about myself right now. And I need those good feelings. So I would definitely say that's the most memorable thing that's happened to me since last Christmas. Which is hilarious because the next question is, which character from A Christmas Story is most like you? The mom. Me as a parent is the mom in that movie. Me as a parent is the mom in that movie. Especially when she tries to get her other son to eat the mashed potatoes. And she's like, what sound does a little piggy make? That's me with Maggie every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. So I would definitely say the mom is more like me in A Christmas Story because literally that's me. It's Susie Homemaker right there. Just that's me. What's the best way to spend Christmas Eve? Ooh, one, I'm going to ask a question because I have to know. I'm nosy. Do you like eggnog? I do not. I do not like eggnog. I don't like it. I've never been able to really drink eggnog because it always upset my stomach. So I do not like eggnog. I don't like the taste. I don't like the idea of it. I'm not an eggnog person. Are you an eggnog person? I am not. But the best way to spend Christmas Eve, wrapping gifts. Because that's when we wrap them. I remember the one year we wrapped them right before the kids woke up that morning. Like we finished wrapping them right as the kids had woken up that year. So Christmas Eve is usually spent wrapping gifts and just being lazy to essentially relax before the chaos of Christmas actually happens. And then the next question is, what is the best gift you ever got for someone? The best gift I ever got for someone for Christmas would have to be Mr. Coffee, of course. Mr. Coffee, because one year, before we had kids, Mr. Coffee expressed a love of steampunk. And he really wanted a vintage old watch, like one of the pocket watches. And I was able to find one that wasn't going to break my bank. And I gave that to him for Christmas, and it almost had him in tears. And so that has to be like one of the best gifts I've ever given someone, was that old-timey pocket watch. And he still uses it to this day. And it's one of the ones where you can see the gears moving on the inside. He loves, loves, loves stuff like that. So that has to be one of the best gifts I've ever gotten for someone. Next one is, it says, fill in the blank. I don't start feeling the Christmas spirit until, oh boy. When do you start feeling the Christmas spirit? I don't even know. That changes, because sometimes it can be a certain Christmas song that gets me into the spirit. Sometimes it can be when I start like really getting into my Christmas shopping. Sometimes it can be when I've finished Christmas shopping. That just depends on the mood that in that moment during that part of the year. So I'm not 100% sure on that one. So that one's kind of up in the air. Who was the toughest person to buy for this year? I know a lot of y'all are thinking Mr. Coffee. Nope. My mom. My mom was the hardest person to shop for this year. My mom never really wants anything for Christmas besides bingo money. My mom loves bingo. She goes to bingo all the time, and all she ever asks for is bingo money. She doesn't care how much you give her. She just wants bingo money. But if you ever want to buy her a gift, good luck. My mom is incredibly hard to shop for, and she doesn't make it any easier, because if you ask her, is there anything you want and or need, she will tell you no. No. At first I thought she was just doing it out of spite, but now I realize that's just how she is. She really doesn't want anything besides money to go play bingo. And I'm like, you know what? If that's what you want, then that's what you'll get. So I'll usually throw her a couple of bucks right before we call them for the holidays. The next question is, what is the most interesting Christmas decoration you've ever owned? Oh boy. I don't think I have any interesting. Well, it's okay. I have one. So back when we lived in PA, we were donated a tree because we couldn't afford to buy a Christmas tree. So somebody from my husband's job donated us a tree. And on top of this tree was this very weird old school angel. Now look, listen, this angel had been out in these streets, okay? This angel had done strange for change. This angel looked like it had been through it and came back and went through it again. That is probably the most interesting one I've ever owned. It was a really pretty angel, but she literally looked like she had been through hell and back. And I felt like, I legit felt bad for this angel, because she couldn't even stand up straight anymore, because she had been through, like, she was so old that she couldn't stand up straight anymore, and she was just always leaning to the one side. And then when we lived at our apartment, it was perfect because our ceilings weren't very high. So her leaning to the side worked out, because then we didn't have to take her off the tree because she already just fit into the house. So it's probably definitely that angel. We have that one weird decoration. Either that or the little gingerbread man that Orion made like in like 3rd grade that we still have as an ornament for our tree. And it's a gingerbread man made out of popsicle sticks. And then there's a picture of his face where his face is supposed to go. So essentially his head is like this weird square shape because of because of the popsicle sticks. So it's like a weird shape in the little popsicle stick gingerbread man. that could also be another weird ornament we have. Maggie doesn't have one of those because we moved from that district before she was able to go do that particular project. But those are two of the most interesting Christmas ornaments we have. Okay. Share a vivid Christmas memory. Share a vivid Christmas memory. I remember a Christmas where, like, I cried the entire time. And it wasn't because I was unhappy. It was because I was tired. So my parents had this thing where they were just excited to see you open your gifts. And so they would wake you up at 12 a.m. on Christmas morning to open gifts. And I hated it. I hated the fact that they did it because I didn't get to sleep. So I would always try to make sure. And that didn't stop until I moved out of my parents' house. Like, they legit did that every year. And it didn't stop until I moved out. So I'm just like, no, leave me alone. Name something about the holidays that most people like, but you hate, or at least dislike. Christmas music. I don't hate it. I'm just tired of hearing it. After the first three videos, after the first 3 songs of Christmas music, I'm over it. Leave me alone. I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear it anymore. Leave me alone. They'd have to be like a nice grouping of Christmas songs for me not to immediately go, no, I'm over it. Which stays up longer at your place? Christmas decorations or Halloween decorations? Now, some of y'all don't even take down your Christmas decorations. I drive by a lot of houses that keep Christmas lights up all year round. Okay? But in my house, Halloween decorations, we still have pumpkins on the porch. We have pumpkins. We painted those things, okay? They're still on the porch. Plus, it's winter. Who says you can't have gourds in the winter? They went from being pumpkins to gourds at this point. Those are gourds now. We're getting fancy with it. They're gourds now. They're winter gourds that just happen to be painted spooky. Definitely Halloween, because Halloween will stay up until Christmas, and typically that's when we take our Halloween decorations down. So it's definitely our Halloween decorations that stay up longer. Do you like Christmas decorations to be tasteful, tacky, or somewhere in between? I like a nice Christmas decoration. I like them to be tasteful. Because, one, as an adult, I don't know about anybody else, but I watch things like Home Alone, and I wonder how much their electric bill is. And so, like, to have tasteful decorations, like, they don't have to be all gaudy and out there or anything like that. Like, you don't need a yard full of inflatables. Like, maybe like 1 or 2 inflatables and some lights and stuff would be really cute. But the big tacky ones, I don't mind them. They're hilarious to kind of look at. But me personally, for my house, I would have to go with tasteful decorations. Which is funny because I don't think we've decorated too much. This year we didn't decorate. Because it was, by the time Mr. Coffee had a chance to do it, it was snowing, and now it's like too late to do it. So I'm like, why bother? You're just going to take it down in a week. So we just left up, like, we put like we have a wreath for our door, and then, we have the gourds outside. All right, here's a good one. Real Christmas tree or artificial tree? Ooh. I would say artificial. I love artificial trees. I don't like real Christmas trees. The first time I ever seen a real Christmas tree, it was hanging from the ceiling at Mr. Coffee's mom's house. And I'm like, why is that tree hanging from the ceiling? And I thought she did it because she had a bunch of cats. And here it was because apparently it makes it last longer. Because it was hanging from the ceiling by the stem, not so much the top of the branches or anything. So she essentially had it upside down. on her ceiling. And I was like, that has to be the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So for me personally, I like artificial tree. Plus, I have dogs, and if the dogs smell the tree, they're going to think it's a tree that they can pee on, and then they'll just spend the entire holiday season pissing on the tree. Then my holiday would be pissy, and I don't want that. Would you rather spend an evening decorating, caroling, or shopping at the mall? I would rather decorate. I don't, I like to sing, but not in front of people. Two, I don't like shopping. The mall's going to be crowded. Somebody's going to bump into you. Somebody's going to step on you. There's kids crying. There's store people like freaking out because there's so many people in the store and they're not usually there all year, but they come around at the holiday season. And so definitely would rather decorate. I can decorate all day. The true meaning of Christmas is family. One of the things that I've always disliked is how much emphasis people put on gift giving instead of being with your family. I'm a big family person. Like, I want Hallmark moments for my family. I want to have those moments, even though we're a pretty lazy family because we don't typically go a lot of places. The kids are old enough now that we can take them places and I would feel comfortable doing it. But when they were smaller, I never took them to amusement parks and stuff because what are they going to do? They can't ride the rides with me. So like now that they're older, I can take them to stuff like that. And one, they're going to remember. And two, they're not babies anymore. They're really not. The proof in that is mostly Orion telling us that he no longer wants to wear like graphic tees. Because they're childish, and I'm like, you're childish, how dare you? I'm used to picking out his clothes, and then this was the first year that I didn't pick out his clothes whenever it came time for like holiday shopping. He picked out his own clothes, and he got a bunch of random t-shirts, and I'm like, you want this over graphic tees? How dare you? How dare you? Eggnog or hot chocolate? Hot chocolate all the way. I am not an eggnog person, as I said earlier. I do not like eggnog. I don't like this. I don't even like the smell of eggnog. Like, even just saying it, I can smell it, and I don't like it. I don't like it. So, definitely hot chocolate. Gingerbread or sugar cookies? Ooh, that's tough. One, I love ginger snaps. I haven't had them in forever, but I love ginger snaps. Gingerbread cookies, though. That's a hard one. I'm going to say sugar cookies, because sugar cookie is actually my favorite type of cookie. So I would definitely say sugar cookie. Are you on the naughty or nice list this year? I've actually been pretty good this year. At least I like to think I've been pretty good this year. I've been trying to be a better human. And I would definitely say this year has been better than a lot of other years in the past. Just on how I react to things and opening up a little bit more to like debates and stuff like that, and not always thinking that my word is the holy gospel and it's the only thing that's correct. Understanding that people can see things from different standpoints, and it's okay to see them from different standpoints and debate about it without like letting your anger get the best of you. So like, I'd like to say that I've done a pretty good job this year of keeping myself together. So I would definitely say I'm on the nice list this year. I'm a sweet, innocent angel. Would you rather build a snowman, go sledding, have a snowball fight, or stay inside and drink hot cocoa? Stay inside and drink hot cocoa, because even now I am freezing. I don't know what it is about my craft room, but I always freeze back here. So I would very much rather stay in the house. I don't mind, and see, that's the thing, is I don't mind snow as long as I don't have to go out in the snow. If I don't have to go out in it, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, I love it. If I have to go out in it and drive, no, I hate it. Everything about it. Leave me alone. Why does this hurt my face? I can't do it. No, please God. So definitely stay inside and drink hot cocoa, which I can't buy right now because of Maggie. So Maggie has developed intolerance to hot chocolate, or not to hot chocolate, but to she's built up an intolerance to chocolate. So anything chocolate-wise will have her going to the bathroom immediately. And so, like, if she sees hot cocoa in the house, she will want to drink it. I don't buy it. Orion, he prefers tea anyways. But Maggie loves hot cocoa. But I can't buy it because I know if I do, she will drink it all in like a matter of a couple of days and then spend those days in agony because she's not supposed to have it. So, would you rather have 3 feet of snow for Christmas or no snow at all? No snow at all. Is that even a question? No snow. I am done with the snow. I don't think we're going to have a white Christmas this year because our temperatures have been in the 40s for the last couple of days, and they're supposed to stay in the 40s. Now, that both concerns me and gets me excited. One, I'm excited because, yay, no snow. It concerns me because the last time it was this warm in the winter, in December, we got that blizzard in April. So, I think that was like 2 years ago now. So, I would definitely rather have a Christmas without snow. Nope. I'll come back here. There we go. See, did I get it? Nope, right there. Next one is, if you could only have one type of Christmas treat this year, what would it be? Christmas treat, I'm going to guess that means like dessert. Ooh, Christmas desserts. What's your favorite Christmas dessert? I don't think I have. Well, I lied. Gingerbread cookies. I love gingerbreads. Love gingerbreads. So it would definitely be gingerbread cookies. I'm not sure if sugar cookies is a holiday thing. I think that's just a thing all around, like a all year round thing. So, definitely ginger cookies. Would you rather have a stocking full of little things or one big thing? Little things. Little things. Good things come in small packages. So, I would say little things. Do you like the idea of the whole family dressing in matching pajamas? Yes. I do. So every year, back when my friend Becky and I used to exchange gifts, she would get my family matching pajamas as a gift for the holidays. And I loved that. And now, we're still friends, but we're not buying anything for the holidays for each other because inflation. And so this year we won't get the matching jammies, which is fine. It's fine. Mr. Coffee usually ends up losing his anyways because I take them. Mr. Coffee and I are the same size, so like whenever she would buy them, I would always take them. So like I have an extra set of the outfits in case something happens to mine. So if you could design your own ugly Christmas sweater, what would it look like? Okay, this Christmas sweater would be bright red, right? With a bunch of half-eaten gingerbread men all over it. And like reindeer foaming from the mouth. And it would have fringe all over it. And glitter. And like it would have a big mistletoe. Like the gingerbread men would be at the top on the neckline. And then the deer would be at the bottom. Like the reindeer would be at the bottom. And then a really like gigantic mistletoe in the middle. And it would be red and white, and it would like have a drawstring, like kind of like a turtleneck, but a drawstring for the neck area, which might not be the most safest thing, but kind of like a hoodie, I guess. So yeah, I'd make it like that with lots of fringe and glitter. Would you rather ride on Santa's sleigh or the Polar Express? Who wouldn't want to ride on a train? Come on now. Come on now. Who wouldn't want to ride on a train? It's a train. It's a train. Right? Oh God, here we go. Rate your gift wrapping skills 1 to 10. 2. Look, I'm thinking positive thoughts. I would give myself a 2 because I suck at wrapping gifts. So I would definitely give myself a 2. Which, by the way, I'm not running out of my fairy dust drills. I mixed them in another bag. It's bag number 21. So I do have more of them. And so if it looks like I don't have a whole lot, it's because technically one, I don't, because not in this bag, but I've mixed that color. But I would definitely give myself a 2 in the rating, the thing. Mr. Coffee would get a 10 though, because again, he wraps like he belongs at a fancy department store. And I'm like, where did you learn how to do this? And he's like, my mom. And I was like, that sounds about right. His mom's super crafty. So like I can see her teaching him how to essentially wrap gifts properly. And we're going to do one more question. Let me find a good one, though. Find a really good question. Okay, we're going to go for a cheesy last question. Name one thing that you're most, or name some things. Let's go with 4. I like even numbers. Name 4 things you're grateful for this year. I'm grateful for, of course, my husband. Because without his support, none of this that I do would be possible. I'm grateful for my kids. They keep me humble. Because where I'm somebody to y'all, I'm just mom to them. So they keep me very humble. I am grateful for my community on both Twitch and YouTube because you also keep me humble. But your love and generosity has shown me a different side of the world that I didn't know existed. And it shows my children that there are good people out there in the world where you might not be able to see them. They do exist outside of your immediate family. And these people are like my community has been nothing but a godsend to me since the moment I stepped foot on this platform, where I have had a rocky, shaky, experience with YouTube and Twitch. It's still the community as a whole that has gotten me through all the turbulence that I've been through. It's you guys have been my rock. And you've not only helped me as a human learn patience and growth, but you've helped with like my mental health, because where I do this and it helps you with your mental health, you guys watching and commenting and interacting with me helps me with my mental health as well. And I will forever be grateful for that. And then lastly, I'm grateful for my health, which has been a lot better since the stroke. I've been a lot healthier, and I'm able to enjoy things in life that I didn't think I would. So I'm excited to see what life has to offer in the future. So those are some things that I'm grateful for. And hopefully you have some things to be grateful for as well that you might not think of right off the bat. But looking at the grand scheme of things, you can be grateful for just being able to be here and be around people that you love and admire, and they help you grow in one way or another. And hopefully that is the case for you. But that is the end for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little whip and chat from me for the Christmas premieres. Thank you guys so much. I promise I will be coming back soon with whip and chats. It's just I'm trying to take some time right now to spend with the family and stuff. If you would like, you can join me over on Twitch. We're over there 4 days a week, so feel free to come over there. I will continue to put up content here, of course, on YouTube, but I love you guys. I hope you guys have a very happy holiday season. From the coffee house to yours, happy holidays, and it is time for you to move on this train to the next station. So again, thank you so much for watching. Please be safe out there for the holidays if you're traveling, and always remember to be kind to others, because you never know what somebody else is going through. Be courteous because it's the right thing to do, and always stay cool. And whether I see you in YouTube land or I see you on Twitch, either way, I'll see you when I see you. Bye, guys.